The three basic movements that are going to be taught in this video are right shoulder, left shoulder, and present arms, along with some of the static positions you'll need to know while using the rifle. Starting with the position of attention, it's pretty much the exact way that you learned it at the beginning of candidate class, except now you're going to have the rifle flush with your right foot, and the bottom of the stock is not going to extend past the front tips of your shoes. You will also have what we call a taco grip, using your right hand to hold the rifle. The movement to get to right shoulder is conducted in 3 beats, like so. 1 and 2, 3. Here, Cadet Ali will demonstrate all 3 beats and how they're performed. For the first beat and half beat, she will bring the rifle up to her left hand and then move her right hand down to the butt of the rifle. For the second beat, she'll use her right wrist to rotate the rifle 90 degrees inward and use her left hand as a guide. For the final and third beat, she will set the rifle back onto her right shoulder by creating a 90-degree angle with her elbow and using her left hand in a knife formation under the sight of the rifle. At this point, you'll want to be feeling for the trigger guard just below your right collarbone, and the middle finger of your left hand should be touching the receiver of the rifle. At the command of ready cut, she's going to drop her left arm back to the position of attention. This is right shoulder. The next movement you'll be learning is present arms, which is conducted in 3 beats like so. 1, 2, and 3. To perform present arms from right shoulder, you're going to pop the rifle out and balance it in your right hand. For the second beat and half beat, you're going to rotate the rifle 90 degrees and then catch it with your left hand. Once you have contact with your left hand, you're going to move your right hand onto the grip of the rifle. Once you have contact with your right hand, you're going to move your left hand off the rifle and create a 90-degree break in your left arm with a clenched fist. For the third and final beat, you're going to rotate the rifle another 90 degrees in the same direction. Then you're going to extend your right arm all the way out, and then you're going to move your left hand onto the rear hand guard just above the receiver. This is present arms. To get out of present arms, the command of port arms will be given, which is a 2-beat movement that is conducted as so. 1, 2. The next movement you'll be learning is the left shoulder and how to present from left shoulder. The first beat and half beat of left shoulder is to move the rifle up to port arms, which is just bringing the rifle up just like last time, and then moving your right hand down to the grip of the rifle. In the second beat, you'll be moving the rifle to the left side of your body and preparing it to be placed on your shoulder. You'll have your left hand cradling the rifle on the rear handguard, and your right hand will just be holding on to the grip of the rifle. For the fourth and final beat, you're going to be setting the rifle onto your shoulder, feeling for that trigger guard to be just below your left collarbone. At this point, you're also going to adjust your right hand so that it is in a knife formation with your middle finger touching just below the receiver. You'll also be moving your left hand down to the butt of the rifle and creating a 90-degree angle with your left arm. Just like last time, at the command of ready cut, you're going to move your right arm down to attention, and this is left shoulder. Present arms from left shoulder and present arms from right shoulder are very different. They're both completed on 3 beats like so, 1, 2, and 3. However, you have to get there in different ways. The first beat to get to present from left shoulder is to bring the rifle down using your left hand into your right hand. At this point, your left hand will be down at your side like you're at attention. For the second beat and half beat, you'll be bringing your left hand back up to the rifle on the rear handguard, then bringing your hand back to your side with your arm at a 90-degree angle and your hand clenched in a fist. At this point, the movements to get to present are identical to that of right shoulder. You're just going to rotate the rifle 90 degrees, extend your right arm all the way out, and then move your left hand to the rear handguard. And at this point, port arms would be called. Here's an example of what the rifle movements look like when you have a front and a rear guard that are both going to different shoulders. But before we begin, this is parade rest. If you've ever done parade rest with a guide on, it is pretty much the exact same with a rifle. You're going to keep that taco grip with your right hand on the rifle and extend it outward in front of your right foot. You're going to have your left hand parallel to the ground, flushed with your back. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, and this is parade rest.